Oh, just a little test. No, he terrorized her. He beat the shit out, chopped her up. But that's what. Sorry,
but he was found not guilty.
But he was found not guilty. Yeah, because his mental illness. Right. So
he still should be found guilty.
But do you guys think that people that suffer with mental illness and commit a crime, should they be treated the same way as a criminal without mental illness and get the same time and, you know what I mean, go to the same court system? Or should they be treated as a mental illness patient and they put in a mental facility and get treated on and get better? Because, you know, and they get treated on and get better, and it can happen again, and they can blame on the mental illness again.
Why aren't we trying to get the prison's inmates, the people who are currently in prison, trying to get them better?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they're trying to help them.
Well, it's so funny. Well, you can say they did, but some jail, I don't know if they still have it, like the schooling. There used to be schooling. You go when you go to jail, you get your credit and stuff. I don't know if they still have it. If it got taken out, you know what I mean. So at one point they were, but if they don't have it anymore, then they're not really helping. They just had them go into jail, serving their time, and then when they come out, you know, if they go back to jail again, it's gonna serve their time again, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't really know what's going on behind the jail doors. You know what I mean?
Behind the scenes.
You know what I mean? All we could do is just speculate because I haven't been there before. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what's going on behind the doors, and people are not going to talk about that stuff when they come out. And you can't sit there and talk about it. They're not going to talk. You can't ask someone about it unless they want to let you know. But at the end of the day, this person was found guilty. Ford said federal laws need to be tougher to deal with people like Kong. We have got to put these people away, and if they have mental issues, they can be dealt with in jail. Simple as that, he said. I'm passionate about helping people who have true mental illness. Stop sympathizing with Axe Weldon murderers and all the bleeding heart stuff. I get what you're saying, like, you know what I mean, like, yeah, because at the end of the day, you can't just, because now, but you think about this now. Say now that, oh, scared me. say now they go to jail now. Yes. And the mental illness, and somebody beats them up and they die from it, or they kill somebody and they blame them, you know what I mean? It happened in jail now. What's gonna happen? What can you really say, right? So it can happen anytime, anywhere. It's just you just know how to deal with it. That's all it is. Like I can't really put it on. Like I can't really say. But the hospital has defended the use community pass, described them as an important part of the care patient receive that the support rehabilitation and recover. When people have found not criminally responsible because of mental illness, reward boards manage their cases. The independent tribunals made up the last 5 people, including the last one, a psychiatrist, can order that the person remain detained in the hospital with very levels of privileges, release the person in condition discharges, or order absolute discharge based on risk. The review the board system lets people found not criminal responsible into the community once they're deemed ready for short periods of time. Under close supervision, see how well they can cope. If they do well, they can be granted more privileges at subsequent hearings. Sorry, step by step. If they don't fare well, the review board pulls the ruins of supervisions of little tighter. In Kong's case, police have said CAMH told them Kong present a low risk to public safety, but the review board said it is in the most recent decision in April that he continued to pose a significant threat to public safety. Toronto police are also conducting a review. So if you guys ever see him, you know what I mean, you stay far and call somebody to help, you know what I mean. Don't try to approach him because you never know what is going through his mind, or you know what I mean, what he's thinking at the time, you know what I mean. So just stay clear if you guys see him.
Yeah, so in Kong State, police said the CHM told Kong to present a low risk to public safety, but the review board will say the most decision. If you guys
How dare you? How dare you? You guys see that? You see that? You try to take my thunder. Just joking.
Just try to
Thunder. No, just joking. I'm just joking. I'm done. Yeah. Oh shit!
I don't want bees coming.
Bees coming. They come from right here, bro. I think there's this thing right here, bro. Like every time I hit it, they come. It's gonna rain. I'm just gonna skim through it. We're just talking about cars and vehicles.
So if you guys aren't aware, an illegal vehicle sales leads to a $50,000 fine for Windsor Auto Shop and owner.
Yes. The Ontario Motor Vehicle Industry claims in the OMVIC, the OMVIC, announced Wednesday that Downtown Auto Center at 663 Glengarry Avenue, the company owned by Mohsin Farhat, have pleaded guilty to 20 charges of acting as a dealer without registration, as known as curbsiding. Wow, I didn't know there was a name for that.
Yeah, it's a bylaw.
Curbsiding. Curbsides are illegal. Unlicensed dealers who usually pose as private sellers, but in this case, it was a business curbside. As John Carmichael, OMVIC CEO, and what am I jump to? And the interim registration in the news released Wednesday. As a result, some customers may have mistakenly believed they were dealing with a legitimate registered dealer and were entitled to the protection of known providers. This was definitely not the case, where the accused was unaware he was breaking the law. In 2012, Farhat, the licensed mechanic, applied for the OMVIC registration. The release said that application was denied when it was determined he lied about using a safety standard certificate to the vehicle that didn't meet the necessary standards. Farhat unsuccessfully applied the decision, and this final notice on the matter, OMVIC cautioned Farhat against trading motor vehicles. So this place is where this is right across from Greek Pita.
Yep.
Right across from Greek Pita, but now it's like I think it's burnt down now. Yeah, like one side, like there's like the shop got burnt down, I think a little bit. So it's just sitting there, it's under renovation, and the back building's there. But there once was a lot of cars there, You know what I mean? Like that parking lot was always full. Well, I lived right across there at one point. Downtown Auto Center pleaded guilty to 15 counts of curbside, and Farhat pleaded guilty to 5. They were fined $2,000, $2,500 for each count, plus a mandatory victim fine surcharge. The Motor Vehicle Dealers Act required all vehicle dealers and salespersons to be registered at OMVIC. Vehicles sold illegally by curbsiders often are priced below market rate, are not registered to the seller, are uninsured, or don't have license plates. OMVIC warned the vehicle sellers may be curbsiders if they refuse inspected by purchase mechanic, use yellow service license plates for test drivers, do not provide mandatory used vehicle information package, or refuse to provide a receipt of proof of purchase. OMVIC encourages vehicle buyers to report suspect curbsiders at 1-888-662-8728 or at nocurbs@omvic.on.ca. Information can be reported anonymously. Wow. So I want to know how much people bought cars from that place.
There's a lot of people, because if you actually go on the ones that just started and actually go on the comments, a lot of people in the States, they buy a lot of junkers there.
Yeah, but they bought it, they insured it, they got it good to go, they got it registered, e-tested, you know what I mean? But this, was the car stolen? You know what I mean?
No, the safety tickets were stolen from another shop.
Oh, so what, you couldn't go get re-safety yourself?
No, like the safety tickets that the Ministry of Ontario Labour presents to the owners of a licensed mechanic shop.
It was forged, yeah.
Somebody stole it from one of those shops and was forged.
Yeah, forged. But I'm saying that if you bought one of those cars and you registered on the news now that you seen this happening, couldn't you go get a new safety under your name, a new emissions under your name, and get that? You know what I mean? So now when you get stopped by police, they ask for that. it's all legit. It's under your name. Like, can you do that or no?
No, not necessarily.
Until your safety thing is due for next safety
let's
test.
say, for example, I still had a vehicle and I bought it from there and it's on the road right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I feel that my vehicle is no longer safe, I would need to bring it to somewhere else, such as a Big 3 auto mechanic shop, and they would still charge me $70. The only thing you can do is take them to small claims court and fight them from there.
Sucks, man.
Now, on to the next. With the growing number of newcomers and refugees ending up homeless in Canada, study says. The Canadian Press, Ottawa, newly released government figures suggesting a rising number of newcomers coming to Canada are ending up shelters or are finding themselves homeless.
That's crazy.
2 new reports were released this week by Employment and Social Development Canada, offering a glimpse into the extent of the homelessness problem across the country. The National Shelter Study, which has looked at the federal data on shelter use between 2005 and 2016, found an observably increase in refugees using shelters. In 2016, there was 2,000 refugees sleeping in shelters, not counting those facilities designed specifically for refugees. An increase from 1,000 just 2 years earlier, when the figures were first tracked. Point-in-time counts were also done, offering a one-day snapshot of homeless in 61 communities that captured not only those using shelters, but also people sleeping on the street and in transitioning housing and staying with others. That study found 14% of people who identified as homeless in 2018 were newcomers to Canada. That's just shocking to know that. I know we have a huge epidemic right now and whatnot, and we need something to be done. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So we are going to play the third song. We are going to go a quick commercial break here. The third song is by Gino Bino, and it's called Photogenic, guys. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Shoot my shot when I saw you. I wouldn't pass up an opportunity to talk to someone that was just my type. Crazy beautiful, wanna watch the movie, or we could have a photo shoot. We don't have to show it to a soul, only me and you. Press the right buttons, we could even film an interview. I'm being authentic, you're very photogenic, and as long as everything is copacetic, maybe I could roll up a backwood, fill it up with that good gas out with that look. Yeah, I wanna put you in that pose too, getting all the close-ups just like all the pros do. Show you blowing out smoke at me, capturing the moment you look naturally happy. Actually, I'm being authentic. You're very photogenic, very photogenic. I just wanna see how this develops. Expose yourself to me, I won't tell anyone else. Cut out the other noise, quiet on the set. Don't time lapse into the climax just yet. You got me thinking different, and it wasn't my intent. You turn my negative thoughts to positive when I can't. If I had one wish on a shooting star, I wanna see you step into my boudoir. In front of the prudes, call it nude art. You really know your way into a dude's heart. And I never thought I'd say that. I mean, I never pictured myself with anyone way back. I was too focused on getting paid and getting payback. I never thought I'd find my needle in the haystack, and I'm being authentic. You're very photogenic, and as long as everything's still copacetic, maybe I could roll on the backwood, fill it up with that good gas out with that look. Yeah, I wanna put you in that pose too, getting all the close-ups just like all the pros do. Show you blowing out smoke at me, capturing the moment you look naturally happy. Actually, I'm being authentic. You're very photogenic, very photogenic.
Welcome back, everybody, to Kick the Media, episode 20. What's it called?
Cracking down.
Your name?
Kamar Star back in the house. I know, thank you. Stop
And
it,
we got
stop
JJ Chronic, his co-host in the house.
Yes.
All
See how
right.
his chairs went longer than my chairs? Okay.
We're going to talk about
Oh yeah, so
Windsor Police on August 8th, Thursday, 2 days ago.
An investigation has led to an arrest of a male suspect